Hey everybody, welcome back to day 8 of my dry January and the non-alcoholic beverage tasting series. I'm not going to be drinking any alcohol for the entire month of January, and during that time I'm going to try a different non-alcoholic beer or gin each day and review it for you here online. Lots of great reasons not to drink alcohol if you want to just maybe reduce your consumption, mix it up with your regular beer. You might want to be cutting out alcohol altogether, and this is a great way to sort of curb those cravings. Maybe you're just trying to reset your alcohol tolerance, whatever your reason may be. The good news is the landscape has really changed for non-alcoholic beers. There's a lot of different variety out there, and there's a lot of really good ones. So we're trying to highlight some of those. We've got over 50 different non-alcoholic beers to try and about 10 different gins. Today we are doing the Libra Upstreet Pale Ale. So Upstreet is the name of their regular brewery. They're based out of Charlottetown PEI, and Libra is the name they've decided to give all of their non-alcoholic beers. They have a pale ale, an IPA, a pilsner, and a stout. I think I only have the pale ale and the IPA. I don't think the other two were available at the time I ordered this. So we've got 30 calories per 355 ml can. Another reason you might choose to drink these is they're usually significantly less calories than a regular beer. Ingredients: water, malted barley, malted oats, hops, and yeast. It does also say may contain rye or wheat. I'm assuming that's just because those materials are in the brewery and they're worried about allergies and cross-contamination. Just give you all the information. It doesn't have any info on the type of malts used or the type of hops used. All right, so let's go ahead and give that one a go. So we've got a nice pale white head, medium bubbles that are dissipating really quickly. Seems to be a fairly fast carbonation. A little bit more creamy in the middle that's holding a little bit. So last time I decided to start pouring a little bit off into a separate glass so I could agitate it a little more, get a little better nose out of it. But we'll give this a... Some good nose on this one. Some tropical fruit. A bit of citrus. You know, it's interesting. I am sort of changing or learning that other people define pale ale differently than I do. I usually think of something of a bit of a darker color. This is definitely a very light, sort of hazy almost. And not the nose I would typically associate with a pale ale. This is almost more of like a hazy IPA to me. That has that sort of tropical fruity flavor. It smells really nice though, don't get me wrong. Okay, we're just gonna put a little bit in a separate glass. See if we can't get a bit of action on the nose. Well, that brings out a tiny bit of sort of resinous pine. Something else there too. Not toast, but something along those lines. Yeah, somewhere between, I don't know how to describe that one. It's a pleasant smell though, kind of toasty. Yeah, really nice nose on that one. Okay, let's go in for the taste. Again, same thing on the palate. Not what I would typically call a pale ale, but delicious. Very refreshing, a fair amount of citrus. There's a reasonable amount of hoppy bitterness in there. A little bit of that fruit on the palate, but not nearly as much as there is on the nose. I'm assuming they've probably got some citra hops going on in here. Definitely has that thinner mouthfeel that I associate with a lot of non-alcoholic beers, but because it's such a crisp, light, sort of refreshing flavor, it actually seems to work well. There is a little bit of malt in there, sort of a toffee flavor. Yeah, when you aerate it, you definitely get that tropical fruit. It's not quite pineapple. I never know what to describe it as. People just call it tropical fruit, I think, a lot of the times, but it's almost pineapple. But it's definitely not overwhelming. You really have to sort of aerate and get something in there. Maybe even a little bit of apple. Really nice, really crisp. I would definitely say that's a good summer beer. This is more of what I think of in a sort of East Coast style IPA, as opposed to what I would call a pale ale. But I'm learning everybody calls things a little bit different, and really what matters is, do I enjoy it or do I not enjoy it? So I wouldn't call this a winter beer, that's for sure. Definitely a summer beer. I know, I mean, what does it matter? Drink it when you want, but I think of this as something that would be really refreshing on a hot day. I'm trying to think what I've given some of the other beers that were really exceptional. And try and place it in there. It's not quite as good as the best one I've had yet, which I think was the Mikkeller, but very good. I think we'll give that an 8.5. So definitely would buy this again. Don't remember what I paid for it. I'll put it, of course, in the finish. Got it from upsidedrinks.ca, which is where I've gotten a lot of the beers that aren't available, like that aren't in the grocery store, aren't in BC, aren't BC based brands. Yeah, so that one, very tasty, very pleasant, highly recommended if you can find that, from Charlottetown PEI. I think you can probably buy it on their website as well. Check out Upstreet Brewing and you should be able to find it. All right, come back and join us tomorrow for day 9.